Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see by the title and that thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a quick little sit down video with you guys today. Just kind of giving you guys a life update on my new pregnancy for baby number 3. So if you guys haven't watched my previous I think I have like 3 videos. My previous 3 videos where I told you guys I was pregnant, I told my family and friends, and then our gender reveal. So now I'm gonna kind of do a life update with you guys. So I have some questions written down on my tablet, and y'all have to excuse me because I am in my 2nd trimester now, so I'll be running out of breath. So I'm gonna try to get through this video without doing a lot of huffing and puffing. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it because I have a lot to tell you guys. So it's been like 4 months and I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So if you guys are interested in following along and seeing how my 1st trimester went throughout my 3rd pregnancy, make sure you guys continue to watch. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, help the algorithm. Also comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to continue following along on my pregnancy journey. First thing I want to let you guys know was that first video I dropped was when I let you guys know I was pregnant. I took my pregnancy test on May 20th, and leading up to that I was very sick. I felt really nauseous and felt like I needed to vomit but couldn't. And previously that entire weekend, because May 20th was on a Tuesday, and so that weekend, that Friday, Saturday, well technically that Saturday, me and my friend went out, we went partying. So I was just drinking heavy. So I was just drinking back to back. And then came home, I was drunk. Tari and his homeboy actually went out that night as well. And when I came home, I was like, you know what? I still feel the buzz. I'm gonna make me a glass of wine. So I also drank me a glass of wine before I went to bed, which is so crazy because typically I do not drink like that. I'm not a heavy drinker. I'm an occasional drinker. I only drink on special occasions. So I don't know what possessed me to do all that drinking in that night, but it seems like every time I do find out pregnant, it be after I have been drinking. But so the following day, which was Sunday, we went back over homegirl house. Me and Tari and his homeboy, we all met up in my homegirl house, just chilling. We planned to watch movies and go out to breakfast that morning, I believe. But it's crazy because we planned to go out for breakfast and stuff like that and chill. And I just still had this feeling over me like, I just feel like, But typically I don't get a hangover. But I'm just looking at it as maybe it was just a hangover. So I ain't gonna think too much of it. Then here it is, Monday rolls around, still feel the same way. And the whole time I was at my homegirl house on Sunday, she kept saying, girl, you probably pretty. Girl, you probably pretty. Girl, you probably pretty. I'm like, girl, stop speaking that into existence, girl, please, please. So here it is, Tuesday run around, and I'm just like, okay, I still have this feeling. Like at this point, let me go run to Walmart, grab a test real quick, take this test. And that's exactly what I did. And I said, I'm gonna go ahead and record it just in case. And I have the footage. Something really in me did not want me to take that test because I just felt like it probably was true, but I didn't want it to be true. And something in me was like, nah, you just overthinking it. It's just, you probably still feeling hungover, and you did do a lot of drinking, and you haven't drunk in a long time. But I don't know, y'all. It was just still something on for me that was just like, yeah, you might be sure. And the fact that she kept saying it, I think somebody else has said something about it too. So I'm just like, oh, y'all, in existence, man. So that's when I made the video. I recorded my reaction. I really was so shocked because I was not expecting that. I was not expecting it to come back as positive. So I ended up calling my homegirl and I was like, girl, I took the test. And she was like, what was it? And I'm like, I'm pregnant. So then I had to call Tyree next, let him know I took the test, tell him it was positive. So after calling him, I went ahead and called my doctor's office. So I go ahead and schedule an appointment to get the confirmation of pregnancy and see how far along I was. So when I stated in that video that it said my period was like 30 something days later, whatever. Like, yeah, most people would be like, girl, you knew you were really late. But for me, my cycles are so irregular that I wouldn't expect it to be pregnant. And the last period I had from when I put in my app was like February 19th or something. So to us, it was looking like I probably would be like 3 months already. So we went to the first ultrasound confirmation, pregnancy appointment. And they went ahead and did my ultrasound. And come to find out, like looking at the ultrasound, you really couldn't tell. Like it looked like there was no baby, but the stick said I was pregnant. So I kind of was devastated because it's like, dang, did I have a miscarriage and didn't know because I did all that drinking? Like, so it was kind of weighing on me mentally. Just like, dang, maybe I caused that? And so they was like, since we really can't tell, we'll just schedule you back in 2 weeks to see if you indeed are pregnant and this is the beginning of the pregnancy, or I could be going through the miscarriage stage and the baby could be, So leaving the doctor's office, I was kind of devastated because I felt like maybe that was my fault. And I really wasn't sure how to handle it because I never went through that before. So yeah, so after that, the 2 weeks went by. We went back for my ultrasound again just to see whether the baby was growing or the baby wasn't. And come to find out, the baby was growing. So instead of me being 3 months pregnant, this was actually the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So I was actually already, so when the first ultrasound, she said I was measuring 5 weeks pregnant, I believe. So or 4 weeks pregnant. So by the time I went back, that would make me 6 weeks pregnant. So this was the very beginning of the pregnancy. So I was just like, that is crazy. Like from my last period to now, and I'm just now getting pregnant. It's mind-boggling. So I was 6 weeks pregnant and I still was having like that nausea feeling, but it wasn't extreme, And so got that information, got my ultrasound pictures, everything, and found out the baby was okay. So I felt a little better. And then yeah, we just went through that beginning stage of finding out I was pregnant. My first trimester was, how can I put this? It was a lot. It really put a lot of strain on my body. I'm so glad that that phase is slowly leaving. I still had like the nausea feeling, but it wasn't taking over like completely. I think by the time I hit my 9 weeks, then that's when I definitely started feeling the nausea and vomiting. And I started vomiting, and I was vomiting like every day, sometimes like 3-4 times in the day. I could barely keep any food down. Even when I was trying to stay hydrated with water, that wasn't staying down sometimes. So I was losing weight. And when I went to my next appointment, which you go once a month, so by the time I went to my next appointment, which was in June, I had already lost 20 pounds. And that's losing 20 pounds within 4 weeks. So this was the appointment where they was checking baby again. And I was able to do my genetic testing, got my blood drawn, and then they sent the blood in, and then I got that back, I think in like 2 days or so. It didn't take long, and found out the gender of baby number 3. And then that's when I planned to, I said I'm gonna just go ahead and look at it myself. And that's when I recorded that video for you guys, for me telling my family and friends the gender of baby number 3, which if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it down below if you wanted to go check it out. So the first trimester, it was a lot. Like this pregnancy, like my pregnancy with Nani was kind of the same, but this one was way worse. By the time I went back to my next appointment, which was in July, I had lost another 20 pounds. So by this time, so that's a total of 40 pounds I've already lost within 2 months. And everybody was like, girl, you could tell I was losing the weight. And I kind of started feeling discouraged and, unattractive, things like that. I was breaking out, like you could still kind of see the blemishes, but all over my chest I was breaking out, my back I was breaking out. It started reaching up, going to my neck and my face. I could kind of feel it behind my ears, my arms, everything. And then it was so itchy. So every time I was just scratching. So scratching my arms, I'm scratching my chest, I'm scratching my neck, I'm scratching my back. And, Tara tried to make sure I wasn't scratching and stuff like that. But it was just so unbearable. My doctor started prescribing me medications to try to help keep my nausea and vomiting under control. Right about now, I have about like, who knows how many pills bottles sitting on my table. But I probably got 10 or more just to try to keep me from throwing up and continuing to lose weight. During that process of losing weight, I have lost potassium, and I believe I have lost my magnesium. So my potassium was so low to the fact that I had to go to the emergency room. And they told me that the normal range for potassium in your body is 3.5. My potassium was 2.2. The lowest your potassium can be is 0, and if it gets to that point, it equals death. So my potassium was at a 2.2. I ended up going to the emergency room because I was having some chest pains. And it was real sharp chest pains, as if I could be having a heart attack. So I went to the emergency room. We went late that night. We got there maybe like 12:30ish, almost 1 o'clock that morning. And while going through that process, I had to get an EKG done. I barely could walk. I really had no energy. I just felt super drained. Like most of the time I was at home laying down in my bed. I was barely going to work. I had to get an excuse from my OB doctor to let her know, like, I really be drained. Like, I really can barely get up and just go walk to the bathroom to throw up walk to the bathroom to shower. Like, I rarely got out of bed. I just wanted to lay in bed and sleep all the days away because I was just tired of throwing up. So that weighed a lot on me. I really haven't spoken on it, but going through that process was a lot. Like, I really just wanted to be in my bed. I really did not want to move. I just wanted to sleep. And when those chest pains came, it was like late at night, trying to go to bed. And I said, I'll just try to sleep through it. But for whatever reason, it just would not let me go to sleep. It just felt like it kept getting worse the more I tried to fall asleep through it. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go on to the emergency room. Come to find out, they was telling me that the medication that my doctor had prescribed me, and I was taking it for a good minute, and said it can have some side effects of when you're taking it for long periods of time. It can cause the chest pains and things like that. So they went on ahead and discontinued me from taking that medication and prescribed me some other medications to try to help with my nausea and vomiting, but make sure that that medication that I was taking at the time wouldn't prolong or, the side effects of the chest pains. I did an EKG. I had to confirm that it was okay for me to go and do a CAT scan, even though, it was around, I think I was around 15 weeks, and it could have been a danger to my baby, but also I'm already in danger to where I could be having a heart attack and they don't know. And so I just felt like I was at a standstill of, should I just do this and risk, or risk my own health? And I just went ahead and put my faith in God and said, okay, I'm going to consent to getting this CAT scan done, because I have to make sure that I'm okay as well as baby. Because if I'm not okay, baby's definitely not gonna be okay. So I went and got the CAT scan. Everything came back normal, so that was a blessing. So it really just came down to getting my potassium up as to why my chest really felt like that, and just taking me off that medication that I was on. So they left me, I had to be there. We'll see, I didn't leave until like about 4:40 in the morning. I didn't get home until about 5 o'clock that morning, getting bags and bags of potassium to make sure they can bring my level of potassium back up. So my level, like I said, when I started was a 2.2. By the time I left the hospital, they got my potassium up to about a 2.8. The doctors still wanted to give me another bag, but the fact that I just been there for so long, and they just went ahead and sent me home. And everything was in my chart, so my doctor could see everything that was happening. So once I got contacted by my doctor, and she seen that my potassium was so low, she wanted me to come in and get more potassium IV. And I went ahead and did that. So I went up there about 3 p.m. I didn't leave there until about 3:45 a.m. So I had got about like 4 or 5 bags of potassium. And by the time I left there, my potassium was at like I said, it started with like a 2.8. It got me up to a 3.1. It was a 3.3, but then for whatever reason, it went back down to a 3.1. I don't know how, but it did. But they said that at least got me up to there. They're gonna go ahead and send me home. I was so happy because it's like I've been there for 12 hours and I was just exhausted. I just wanted to go get in my bed, go to sleep. I got a call from my doctor the next day stating that she wanted to admit me into the hospital to get more potassium. But she left that up to me if I really wanted to do that, because she felt like I possibly would be all right without it to go another week or so. But she just left the option up to me whether I wanted to go back and be admitted and get more potassium IV. The fact that it was the next day, I'm just like, I want to wait it out. I had an appointment already scheduled for my labs for that following Monday anyway. So I just waited it out and said if push comes to shove and comes to Monday and my labs aren't up to par, then that's when I will come back and get more potassium. During that time period, the next day, which was Saturday, later on that night, I had got some real sharp pains in the left side of my back. And I tried to, lay down, tussle through that. It happened that night. I woke up like Sunday morning and I'm just like, the pain just wouldn't go away. So I ended up going back to the emergency room and getting tested for that. Just making sure that I didn't have kidney stones they checked for, and maybe like a kidney stone could have passed through, and then that's just what caused the pressure. So like I said, I've just been going through a lot during my first trimester. So currently right now I am in my second trimester. I am 17 weeks and 5 days today, and I will be 18 weeks on Saturday. Every Saturday I change a new week, so we're almost to 6 months. That means I'm currently right now 5 months, and I am feeling okay as of now in this very moment. No telling what can happen in the future. As for now, my nausea and vomiting has went down tremendously. I probably will vomit at least one time, and maybe like within a week. So going from vomiting 3 to 4 times a day every day to at least once a week, I see a big tremendous change. I've been able to actually eat my food and keep it down for the most part. I still have to take the medications. I believe the medications play a big role in helping me keep my food down. And the only thing about taking those medications is they make me sleepy. So it's hard for me to, function regularly throughout my daily routines, because once I take those medications, eat my food, I'll be falling asleep. So, but other than that, I'm feeling good. I can't complain. So I'm great right now. What I'm expecting in the next few months throughout this pregnancy is just continuing to stay out of the nausea zone. I want to gain my weight back, to help baby grow correctly. I just want to make sure that I stay healthy, keep my potassium up, keep my magnesium up, keep whatever it needs to stay up, so I won't go back to that drain phase, because that was a lot. I feel like now I can do more self-care. Like, I haven't really done anything. I just been in the house laying around, and I just felt so miserable. So now I feel like I have the energy. Like, I'm even recording videos. I wasn't recording videos. I wasn't doing anything. So I really have the boost in energy to get things done, and I'm gonna try to make sure that I do those things while I have the energy. Have I thought of any names yet? We have a few names in mind. I'm not sure what we're gonna do about these names. We still have yet to come to common ground or figure out exactly our plan for what we want to name our last and final child. So y'all will be seeing a video soon about us trying to figure out names. So y'all just stay tuned for that video if you guys are interested. But as for now, we have a few names in the box, but haven't decided on like if they're gonna be a definite or not. This will be my third and final. I am done. No more pregnancies for me. My last pregnancy was bad. This one was worse. So I feel like if I get pregnant again, it's just gonna be even worse. So I think this is the end for me. I do plan on getting my tubes tied And yeah, I cannot wait to get this pregnancy over with because I am exhausted already, and I'm just now hitting my second trimester. The kids are very excited about baby number 3. Nani rubs my belly, tells the baby hey, everything. Whenever she thinks about the baby, she, you know, Kevion, he wanted a brother still, but I think he's got to the point where he's still excited for his baby sister. Other than that, the kids are excited. I know they can't wait. We can't wait either. Just going through this journey again, starting over. Super excited. I plan on making sure to continue giving you guys my pregnancy journey vlogs and videos, just keeping y'all up to date throughout the pregnancy, every milestone that we go through. I plan on doing a labor and delivery vlog like I did with Nani. I wanted to be more detailed than it was before, but I just have to plan for these things in advance. Other than that, y'all gonna still see me do my fall vlogs for October. I'm planning on doing a baby shower, or my baby sprinkle, if you want to call it, since it is my 3rd. I plan on doing one of those, and I plan on recording it. I also plan on doing, you know, showing you guys the behind the scenes of us setting up everything for the baby shower. I plan on still doing Vlogmas. You know, Nani's birthday is during Vlogmas time. So even though the plans that I already had planned for her birthday for this year will not come to fruition this year, I still want to do something for her birthday during the Vlogmas season. So y'all just stay tuned for that. Yeah, we're gonna just try to stay on a roll and just continue to get these videos out as much as possible and just stay on track. I want to kind of probably give myself some notes and write down some video ideas just so I can stay on track and make sure that I actually get my videos done, because that kind of be the issue when it comes to these videos. I have the ideas, but then I get to the point where I don't follow through with the ideas, you know. That's kind of everything I have for you guys in this life update. I hope I kind of brought you guys along the journey from the last 4 months. I know I have left my family to defend for themselves during the last one. I wasn't cooking, I wasn't cleaning, I wasn't doing nothing, y'all. So the boys had to defend for themselves. They had to help Nani out. You know, my mom came, you know, made us food here and there to help out, just knowing that I was just out of it. But I do want to show you guys a quick belly update so you guys can see my belly. So here's my bump date. And like I said, I'm 17 weeks and 5 days today. So that leaves me to be 5 months pregnant. And this is what my belly is looking like. This is what she's looking like. And yeah, we just can't wait to meet her. That's it. That's my bump date. That's the life update. Just kind of letting you guys know what's been going on for the past couple of months and why I've kind of been absent. And I was recording here and there for small things, just like those major things. Really wasn't recording anything like normal life things. But we're back to the scheduled program. We're gonna get some videos out for you guys after this one. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna just get back to my regular recording schedule. Try to get a video up at least twice a week for you guys, just so I can get back to normalcy. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this life update with me, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, and also make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. You just hit that red subscribe button, click the notification bell so you guys will be notified every time I drop a new video, just so you guys can stay and follow along in this 3rd and final pregnancy journey. Like I said, I'm super excited. I'm over the hump. Hopefully I don't have to go backwards. We're going to continue to go forwards. And yeah, so that's it for today's video, you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.